Woodcutting work is often tedious and time-consuming. In addition, a single distraction can cause severe damage. For instance, an inaccurate cut and that small mistake can cause a huge hamper to your ongoing project. However, with recent innovations in power tools, corded or cordless power saws are becoming more and more popular. They are powerful enough to make your woodwork efficient and smooth without much physical effort. Among the power saws, track saw and table saw are the first choice for any craftsman's work. But the choice between them is often tricky as they differ from the features they offer. We're going to break down the fundamental difference between the track saw versus table saw to identify the ideal one to match your woodworking needs. So, without any further delay, let's jump right into it. Before we get into the differentiating factor, let's know what track saw and table saw are. Track saws are an upgraded version of circular saw that utilizes a track that sticks to the material you're interested in cutting. This track lets you take a straight cut by pushing the saw along the railing track. They're convenient for cutting long sheets into small pieces to obtain your required size and complete your work. On the other hand, the table saw is completely opposite to what a track saw is. The saw is fixed in the middle of a table, and you can adjust the blade's height to get your preferred depth cut. They are very versatile for making longer cuts while staying fixed in a position. All you need to do is adjust blade depth according to the depth of your material, attach to the roll bar and push it through the running blade, and your work gets done eventually. Now that we know what the track and table saws are and their working algorithm, let's discuss the differentiating factors between these two work tools. When you plan to cut wood board of a good width around 3 or 4 inches, it's likely going to be too heavy to carry and cut through a table saw. For that specific purpose, a track saw has the upper hand as you can carry it around your wood, place it on your designated place and rip that off. The same goes for larger and longer wooden posts as well. Hence, for cutting high width and longer sheet goods, a track saw is more convenient. Sometimes, job site requires repeatable rip cuts to complete projects. Think about it, if you use a track saw, you'll eventually need to set the trackpad every time and reset the whole setup. Not really convenient, right? For that, the table saw has a better grasp for this type of cutting. All you need to do is set the width and go through the same process repeatedly on the same setup until you get your desired amount of wood piece. So, the table saw offers a convenient solution for repeatable rip cuts. Sometimes, we require angled or specific dimensional cuts for completing personal projects like custom work tables, furnitures, and so on. Hence, the retriable track saw can ease your access to the place, adjust the saw guide, and make the perfect cut across the angle of a wood board. In short, the track saw makes angle cuts smooth and efficient. The work environment plays a vital role in getting the right cutting saw. If, for instance, you have a large workspace to accommodate a large table saw, lengthy work materials, and much more, then a table saw is the best choice. This is because they can effortlessly take out any cutting work. But the problem arises when you have a workplace that needs to store a lot of stuff apart from just the saw. Then a compact track saw can do the trick by making your cutting work smoother without covering additional space. So, the idea of the right one depends on your workplace's capacity. Besides, job site location also plays a vital factor here. When you work on custom-built projects, you are out to reach remote places to carry out the task. As table saws are bulky and spacious, carrying them to that place brings out additional hassle. In order to enjoy a hassle-free work environment, a track saw is just the tool you need. You can cut the bigger ones into small pieces by using the track saw. Based on the job site location or workstation space, you can choose between the track saw and table saw. However, the right choice depends on what purpose you want to accomplish. For example, if you own a spacious workstation and can store all the materials, the table saw is just the tool you need that is versatile enough to let you cut a variety of materials. But when you're always on the go type of worker or your job sites are mostly in remote areas, a portable and powerful track saw is your perfect companion. So that was our video on track saw versus table saw. Thanks for watching our video. Like, Comment and share with your friends if you found the video helpful.